Hello. Well, as you know, I cover all kinds of audio and video technology on this channel. This, I suppose, is video technology. It's a Commodore VIC-20. I bought this when I was a teenager, and it's a pretty rough shape actually, but it worked last time I tried it, so we're going to give it a go. And one thing that's happened to it, something got dropped on it, and one of the buttons got damaged, and I repaired it. It's all right, but it really needs a new component underneath the key top. So I bought one of them on eBay, so we'll fit that. But before we do, I think we'd better test it. So my helper here, Scott, is going to help me test my VIC-20. Right, we have genuinely not switched this on in many years, and it's been sat in a shed for some time. Not all the peripherals have. This Commodore 1541 floppy drive has been kept indoors. But I really don't know if this works. The power cable, you notice, is non-original. The original power cable disintegrated when I was a teenager, and I just fitted a plug and socket that was reliable. So it's really not any kind of showroom thing, this. Right, let's power up the monitor first. I don't know if I've got the AV cable plugged in the right way round. I really don't know what's going to happen. Okay, here's power up. Oh, it's got a cartridge plugged in. Should we just power it up as is for a minute? There it goes. Light comes on. It seems a bit black and white. Well, okay, that may be something we have to fix as well. Let's first just test the keyboard as it is. The button that I had to repair does not appear to work at all. I don't believe so. Okay, so we have a problem with the clear button not working. So that's all a little sad. Let's plug in a cartridge and just see if that works. Oh, that's
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. But what's it doing up there in the screen? And it's in black and white.
How do you move?
I don't know. Maybe with the
Don't
joystick.
You have to use a joystick.
Maybe. But it's all up in the screen. What's it doing up there?
It says joystick or keys, so surely the keys would work. You know, that works.
Do you want to test it?
Yes.
Go on, get the mothership.
I kind of can't. Ah. Well, I'm going to play another round after this, because...
This particular game, it doesn't really matter if it's in colour or not, because the colours are fixed.
Why isn't it letting me shoot? Okay, there we go. There's like a delay. Oh, no, I can't get that, can I?
Oh, well
yes!
done!
Ow. Okay, I'm going to play another round. F1. Why is it not letting me move right? It wasn't... What? It's not letting me move right.
Oh, it's probably not working very hard. But, well, just hit it harder.
Well, now it's dead. Wait.
Okay, we'll stop there, Scott.
Come on. You can cut this out of the video. Just... Yeah, it's not letting me move right.
It's probably just the switches in this thing. Where's the... Is it... You use right buttons on this?
You can use the buttons, apparently.
I don't know which buttons to use. It should say on it, actually.
Well, obviously on a computer.
Instructions, hang on.
That flickering is...
Oh, you don't like 50 Hertz flicker?
No, I definitely don't. My eyes are dying.
Short persistence of vision like your daddy. What's the button? Ah, there we are. Left and right is... Oh, you can't tell. Oh.
So it's cut
because
off
it's cut off the screen, but it's...
Oh, now I can... Oh, why is it moving me left?
No, that's demonstration mode.
Okay, right, I see. Wait, oh, yeah, you're moving.
I'm moving it.
Wait, I can't move.
Okay, let's
okay,
try and fix the thing. Right.
I mean, now you might... I don't know why that doesn't move right now.
That's just another fault. I'm a little confused as to why there's no colour, and that's really quite bad news because I'm not using a modulator on this. I've got a direct connection to the monitor, so that eliminates a whole heap of things. So why no colour? I'm going to guess that the 4.43 megahertz crystal oscillator is slightly off tune. That would be the most likely explanation, I think. So if I can find that, I'll give it a very small tweak. But also we've got this broken button here, and why the image was up in the corner, there's a mystery. When it was playing this particular game. Actually, I'll just plug in one more game just to see if that applies. That's up in the corner as well. That's the strangest thing. So that's Donkey Kong. That's the box we have for that one. Vic Avenger we've just been playing. Amiga Race. I've got a feeling this is a black and white game anyway. So that's black and white anyway, but that's still up in the corner. So why would cartridges be up in the corner? Pac-Man. I think this is a Pac-Man game.
Is it just like a rip-off of Pac-Man?
Well, I think it was licensing issues. That's in the middle.
Ah. Wow, I wonder what this is a reference to.
And you know, you're right, I'm not getting right motion on this.
They didn't even try to hide that it was Pac-Man.
No.
Also, yeah, the right motion kind of died on the...
It did, didn't it? How odd. But odd that that one's not off in the corner. A couple more to try. There's a chess program. Apparently it was quite a powerful chess program in its day. Sargon 2 chess.
That's in the corner.
That's up in the corner.
It's an
Playing
AR.
chess against the computer, but up in the corner. And this, I think, is a text-based adventure, I think. So that's more likely to work, I'd say. Oh, it says, don't forget to type sys 32592.
Why would you need to type that?
Because it doesn't auto-start. Sys 32592. Scott Adams.
Is it the...
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Welcome to the adventure. The text isn't very well presented.
This is really hard for me to read because of the flicker.
I see I was put to bed. It's afternoon with a capital F for no particular reason, and I've overslept. What should I do now? How about get up?
Go to sleep. Can you just say go to sleep?
I'm in a bedroom, closed window, brass bed, north. Okay, what should I go north?
Can't you just open window?
What should I do now? Open window, yeah. Can't do that yet. I'm in a hall inside the castle.
When did
Okay,
you
north,
end up
south,
in a
east.
hall?
Ah, because I went north.
Ah.
Alright. So there we are. That's working, but it's in black and white. So, some of the other things I did have, well, one thing I really wanted to find here, I built a cartridge port for this thing that allowed me to plug in something called the VIC-20, which was a enhanced basic and graphics, and also Sysmon, I think it was called, a machine code editor. And you could have both of those plugged in at once. They were EPROMs taken from cartridges, and the bus couldn't drive them both, and I had to add some buffer chips and some address decoding logic. I wish I could find that board. If I do find it, I'll feature it later. We've got some other bits and pieces here as well. Something I really wanted to show you. Could you connect your VIC-20 to the internet? Well, sort of, maybe, because that's a serial port, and I've got some information on the connections inside. So that's the VIC-1011A RS-232 terminal cartridge. And we've also got, all the writing's faded off, but I think this is a 32K memory expansion. Let's plug it in and check. Oops, let's switch it off before we plug it in. That would be a good idea. And we've gone up to, well, about 20K free. So that's a useful improvement. Maybe that's 16K. Maybe that's a 16K, and it's added to the 3.5. Okay, so they're all interesting, but we need to sort out the colour problem, and we need to sort out that non-working button. Let's strip it down and fix it. So what do you think's a priority? The colour fault or the keyboard?
Wait, so I kind of...
I suppose the keyboard is something I can fix, yeah?
But something
For certain.
Something I think we really need to prioritise is, since we have the the joystick, we don't have to worry about that necessarily.
We can sort that out, yeah.
But I think maybe the reason why the cartridges keep going into the top left of the screen, because it means that you can't even play the game.
That's that's could be really hard to fix.
Yeah, but it makes it unplayable. I mean, some games, Pac-Man was fine, but some games become unplayable.
I think I'm going to start with the thing that you think is least important, which is the broken key, because that...
Wasn't there 2 keys, that one?
No, the button that I'd had to bodge up is also not working. Right, let me tell you, one of the annoying things about this is that I know that to work on the keyboard, you actually have to desolder the caps lock button. It's just the way it's designed.
Exactly how you'd fix the game being in the top left of the screen thing.
I don't know either. I don't know what the problem is there. That's a worry. Well, it might be because some games are able to make enough contact, or it might be that the particular memory space used by a particular game affects when that happens. Memory layout on the VIC-20 was best described as a bit chaotic. As you do different things to the computer, the memory space it uses for different tasks varies. Right, so we'll start with fixing this clear home button, which is just a disaster at the minute. So hopefully the spare part I have here will fit. So that's the new button. Right, that's the new bottom piece, and that's the piece that goes through. Right, okay, so what I have to do is take this entire board off. I have to desolder the caps lock button, shift lock button. And where do you suppose this machine was built?
I don't know.
Have a guess. Have a guess where you think it might have been built.
I
think it might say underneath.
What do you mean by built?
Made. Made in Western Germany.
I was actually going to guess Germany for some reason.
The thing was, Commodore owned the manufacturer of some of the silicon chips. So Commodore built their own computer chips, which was something most manufacturers couldn't do, or not all manufacturers could do. Texas Instruments could, but not all others could. Okay, so that's the keyboard. Notice the quality on this. You know, they're gold contacts. So this is the one that's broken. I'm hoping that the part I've got in... Do you know what? It doesn't look the same. It doesn't look compatible. Oh no.
Well, how do you... Yeah, but you're 100% sure it's not. How did you get the part?
I bought it on eBay, but it's supposed to be in a VIC-20
well, then
compatible part.
Presumably it is compatible, even if it looks different.
Well, the button fits, sloppily fits it.
Is that just going to be one button that's like jutting out?
No. Or... I mean, it's supposed to fit the original part that broke. It's supposed to fit this part, but that broke. But the base of it's all different. I don't think it's going to fit. Maybe it's not a VIC-20, maybe it's a Commodore 64 part.
And then did they say it was a VIC-20?
But I bought it a while ago. Maybe there's different versions.
Is that not going to fit then?
No.
What are you planning to do for that? Do you want to fix the key?
Well, I'm a bit stuck at the minute, aren't I? There's this colour problem, which I said might just be the crystal for the colour oscillator. So here we go. This looks like it. So what I've done is I've put a mark on it so I can see where I started. Let's very slightly adjust it. I'll try anti-clockwise. Nope. Back to its starting point as original starting point. Clockwise a little bit. Ah, look at that. We have good colour. I'll try and centre it in the good working position. That's Cosmic Cruncher we just had there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
$2.99 that cost us, computer base.
I don't actually know if Space Invaders is called Space Invaders.
No, no chance.
I assume it's not.
And we're up there in the corner again.
F1.
Yeah, but we're up in the corner.
Are we?
Yeah.
Wait.
We're up in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
We're in colour.
We're in colour, at least. Wait. Problem is, it's the second time that you pull the thing that it actually moves you.
Oh, it might have one of these auto fire features.
Why is it firing for me?
It's got an auto fire. That might be the switch here.
Yep, you turned it off.
Oh, you missed it.
Okay.
Okay, I think what we're going to try and do here, Scott, we're going to see, this is a bit hard, we're going to see if we can plug this into a different TV.
Yeah,
because there's possibly a timing issue that isn't real, and it's just this particular telly's playing us up. So Scott's not worked. I've now got it on this LCD monitor, and it's still over the screen, one side of the screen.
What if we use the arrow keys? Like, maybe that will...
Don't think so. Huh? Do that again?
Well, that moves it over.
Oh! Thank you, Scott. So is it now in the middle? So it must be...
Let me move over a bit, I think.
Let's start again.
Yeah, you have to restart it.
So I think that moves it across, and then shift that and move it... Oh, no. Shift that and move it back again? No, that just moves it across.
Well,
back down. You can't move it down, but... Was that true of all the games then, I wonder?
Probably.
What other games did we have a problem with? So that was Vic Avenger, like Hillman Avenger.
No, Space... I'm just going to call it like Space Invaders.
Let's call that Space Invaders.
Because it literally is.
And that one worked anyway, which was their
Pac-Man.
Omega Race.
Omega Race.
Right. This is
Oh yeah, that's Asteroids.
a black and white one, isn't it?
That's Asteroids. At least I think.
So that again is stuffed over to the left.
So that's over.
Go on, try again. Oh, well done. Yes.
That works.
That works. Shall we put it back on the CRT? Because I think they look better on a CRT, these.
I mean, it kind of fits the aesthetic more, I guess.
Let's do that then.
I feel like that should have been standard, though.
Yeah, it should be. Well,
it should have already been in the middle, or it should have been on the manual.
I think it might be because the same cartridge works on NTSC and PAL.
Right.
And the timing is different. So, that's the reason. F1 for...
Yep, this is Asteroids.
So that shoots, and then which one turns it? That turns it.
I mean, Asteroids is supposed to be like really hard to control.
It is really hard to control.
Yeah. Can you program on this?
Oh, extremely easily. That's the great thing about these. You're already in a programming environment straight away. So you can do a Hello World program in seconds. 10. Why not 10? Print. Well, you don't have to type print. You can do question mark, so we will. Hello World. I've programmed. Now I've run the program. And it prints Hello World. Oh, I didn't type a space in, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's very easy to edit as well. All I have to do is step over to where my mistake is and correct it. I needed the insert button.
That says hello.
Out of practice, aren't I? Oh dear, dear.
I think we've proved the point. We've proved the point.
Hello World, right, yes. Run. Hello World, good. But you can write quite sophisticated programs. Oh! How about the program I wrote when I was 15 years old? Would you like to see that?
Sure.
I wonder if I can load it in off cassette. I've probably got it on floppy disk too, but I'm sure I can find it on cassette. So let's plug all that in. So there's the cassette deck. And it's just got a connector that goes straight into the back of the computer. Plug it in when it's switched off.
Oh, I see.
It's a special cassette deck. That was both a blessing and a curse on the VIC-20. That it used its own special cassette deck that was much more reliable than using an ordinary cassette deck. But it was also ridiculously expensive. When I first bought my VIC-20, the computer was $200. The cassette deck was $50. Which was a lot of money in 1982.
I mean, that's a quarter of the price.
It was very expensive, but you didn't have any choice. You couldn't buy any old cassette deck. Not at first. Later on, people did do things that would let you use any old cassette deck. But at the start, you had no choice. But it is quite good because it also takes control. It can tell when you press the buttons. Right, I haven't used this in a long time. I'm in rewind. Sounds like it's rewinding. And I think you go shift run stop and it starts loading. Is that working?
Maybe.
Yeah, the tape counter's running. Can't see the tape counter very clearly, but
Let's go.
so we press shift run stop and it says press play. You press play and it knows you're playing because it's got a connection between them. Well, if you use any old cassette deck, it wouldn't know that. And it'll load the first thing that's on the cassette deck, which should be my Solitaire program if we're lucky. Out of memory error, which means it was corrupt. So we'll just try again.
Yeah, it did say found Solitaire.
It found Solitaire, then out of memory error.
How did you name the program for the?
When I saved it, I did save quote Solitaire.
Right. Okay. Well, that'd be nice.
Well, I'll tell you what I'd like us to try is the floppy drive. If you don't think we've had enough problems so far, let's just try a Commodore 1541. Not one of the most reliable pieces of equipment in the world. Right, well, the light came on and it shuffled for a moment. That is correct. What's this? Demo cassette. Demo disc. We'll try that. So if I put that in and close it.
Then maybe it'll work.
Right, so I have to tell it, this is device 8. This is where the coding gets a bit messy.
Yes.
It's something like that.
Oh. That might be working.
Certainly sounds hopeful.
Ready.
Right, and if we do a list, it'll give you a catalogue of what's on the...
Oh,
no, that's a program. It wasn't the catalogue. I pressed the wrong thing for a catalogue. Oh well, we'll just run that and see what we get. List of everything's on the instructions? On the disc? Might be.
See what happens. See if it explodes.
There you go. That's a contents list, a directory of what's on the disc. Not sure any of those are terribly useful to us, but at least it proves that the drive is working. Mercenary, that says. That game saves of a fantastic sort of 3D wireframe game from the Commodore Plus 4 that I used to own. But the VIC-20 won't make any sense of that. Yeah. But I've found some of the stuff I was looking for on cassette now. Tell you what we could possibly do. If I find some of the things I want on here, I can copy them across. Oh, that would be hard. I could copy them onto floppy. Piano. This may not be very exciting, but we'll try it.
I'm intrigued. What, so is it like a...
I don't know, we'll find out in a
It
minute.
might be a digital piano? Oh, I don't know.
It's probably terrible, Scott.
It sounds like it's probably... Yeah, I was right. It doesn't play very...
I don't know how to get the top ones.
But since it's based off like a normal piano, the keys aren't, you know...
Mm. But let's see if we can now save that onto the floppy drive.
I have no clue what you're doing.
Save. Oh, that should be save. It's a shortcut for save. I can do Shift A. It gives that weird symbol. Comma 8.
That's not what I mean. Like, why do all the commands have 8?
Oh, 8 is the disk drive. If you had 2 disk drives, you'd set one up to be 7 and one up to be 8.
Right, I see.
And you can other devices could be other numbers. That's worked.
Yeah. So, is that saved onto the floppy drive?
That's now saved.
Nice. So if we, yeah.
Pull everything off this floppy, off this cassette.
Yeah,
we can save it all onto the floppy drive.
Yeah.
And if you've got 2 of them, you can do things like copy from one floppy to the other. And I did have that set up once. I also had some when I had the Commodore Plus 4.
That monitor's really good.
I know. When I had the Commodore Plus 4, I had a different model of floppy drive that was much faster. It was a black one, and it had a parallel connector, and it was way faster than this.
You thought that you'd be doing this when you were young, like when you were younger, when you made that.
Yeah, I'd be pulling this data off the tape something like 40 years later. I really want this to be Solitaire one. It's not that exciting a game, but the fact is I wrote it, and you can get here and play it in a minute if I get that.
Found Solitaire?
Oh, yes! I'm not sure why it's got percentage after it.
It feels like it.
Right. Save. Solitaire is switched to lowercase now, but makes no difference. Come on, 8. Oh, I'm so pleased I've saved that. This program allows you to play Solitaire on the computer and checks the validity of your moves. Most people play without diagonals, but if you want diagonals, type yes. Go on, have diagonals. It makes it slightly easier. Follow instructions on the top of your screen. To correct an error, type 0. To leave the program, type 49. That was a poor move.
Fine.
Press any key for Solitaire. Right, so there's no peg in the middle, number 25. Move from, so you could go from 23 to 25, couldn't you? Yeah? It doesn't matter which move you make to start with.
Wait, where am I starting? Wait,
you can start from any of the red pegs.
Oh, I see.
But you have to jump over a valid peg and you take it. So if you went to 23 to 25, 25 is the green one, yeah? It means that that's an available space. So go 23 to 25.
Wait, so
23, enter, or return, 25. Right, remember the game? Try it.
Like no peg. Right, so do I do 24 to? Can I do 16? That those such no. I put 1. 16 to 32.
There's a peg already at 32. You can't do that.
How's
You can only jump into an empty peg. You can only jump into an empty slot, one of the green ones. They're green and red, you see? Red are where there are pegs and green are where there aren't.
Oh my god, I don't know.
You don't know how to play the game, do you?
I know how to play the game now. It's just like
You can't remember the strategy. We don't know the strategy.
I'll go from.
You're going to give yourself a diagonal, are you?
Yeah. Well, yeah. You said
just said we could.
diagonals were allowed, so yeah, I'll do a diagonal. Damn it, Dad. Yeah, Dad. I've lost. I've done it.
Type list. Alex, have a look at the code.
All right.
Where? What does this mean?
I was your age.
Can I play Solitaire now?
Yes.
What command do I do?
Run.
I don't
Just run. Okay.
I was your age.
I don't see any coding that I recognise.
So what do we have here, Scott?
We've got the original Donkey Kong.
You mean, is this not some knockoff thing like
yeah.
Pac-Man was?
Yeah, so it's made by Atari Soft and Nintendo.
Right, so this should be good.
It is the official, yeah. No! It was so close.
So we've had a hoot playing with this computer, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got the cassette deck working, we've got the floppy drive working, we've got the cartridges, the colours working okay, and you've had loads of fun playing with the games. I fixed some bad contacts in the joystick. What I didn't find was some of the things I'd built to work with it, which was this memory expander thing that allowed me to plug some EPROMs in. We also haven't had a play with the memory upgrade, but it doesn't do much apart from just to show you more memory. Back in the day, I wanted to get away from the idea of the computer always being on a TV screen. So I built a little circuit that allowed me to take the parallel output from this and feed it to a decoder and run a 7-segment display, similar to the one on this old calculator. And I could actually write to the display and put numbers on the display. But when I was using it in BASIC, the computer was a bit slow, and because it had to do with the multiplexing of the display, it could do one digit at a time, it kind of really flickered rather badly. But at least, you know, it proved that you could use a computer like this for not just use on the TV. You could actually do real things with it. I also had a printer and various other bits to go with this. So I think you've been quite impressed, haven't you? It's been quite a usable computer.
Yeah.
And it's 40 years old. It's not bad, is it? So when I was looking for the other bits that I didn't find, I did find a couple of other computers. So should we quickly tidy up here and you can show me what else I found? Okay. So what other computers did we find in the shed then, Scott?
This.
Yeah, got hunky. So the Tandy TRS-80, or Trash 80, it was affectionately known. A friend of mine had one of these when I had my VIC-20, and I was always jealous because it had 16K of RAM where mine had 5K, only 3.5K usable. Enhanced Basic, the Basic on the VIC-20 wasn't very good, or indeed the Commodore 64. It had, I think it was a 40-column screen with only 22 characters across the screen on the VIC-20. So I always thought he had the better computer, but of course there was no colour and no sound on this. So how do you feel about that, Scott, for playing games?
I mean, not great.
No, but perhaps it was more of a grown-up computer. I don't know if this one works. Since I don't have a mains adapter for it, I can't readily test it. Okay, we'll put that to one side, but did we find another computer as well? Okay.
We got that.
This, I think, is a bit rare. It's Colour Genie E2000, and I believe this was compatible with later versions of Tandy's software. And of course it's colour by its very name, and this one includes a mains lead, so we can just plug it in and try it. And it's got AV outputs and an aerial output and various other ports. I don't know what they all do, and I believe this works, or has worked. So I don't have any software or anything for it, but should we plug it in and see if we get something? This is exciting. Come on, Scott, you switch it on.
Something happened.
Mem size. It's asking me what mem size I want. I don't know, but it looks good. If I just hit return, Colour Basic ready. You can see the text is much smaller. You can get a lot more characters on the screen on this than you can on the VIC-20.
Did you just type run?
No, there's no programs in it, I don't believe.
Alright, I thought it was like
if I hit
in the VIC-20 where it says ready, you say run.
List. Look, it's got proper upper and lower case. Oh, it's a much more advanced computer, you can tell. I don't know how to work it, but you can tell.
Try run. Well,
there's nothing in it. I did list and there's nothing there. But we could do hello world. How do I get it to do? Do I have to do shift to get numbers? No.
You just press the key.
No, but I'm getting shift. Oh, hang on, there's a shift lock button. Shift lock's locked on. Try again.
It's not gonna work. Yeah. How do you actually use the thing?
Let's do a test, see how fast it is. If I say 10 for x, any old thing, equals 1, 2, 1,000. So what it is, this is going to have to count 1,000 times. Next, X. Right, that's basic, okay? And then say print. There will be delay when I hit run before it completes because it has to count 1,000.
That's interesting.
And see how long that delay is. If it's less than about a second, it's a fairly fast computer for its day. It's not fast. I think the VIC-20 would have been similar speed. But it's not horrendous for a computer of its day.
It only froze for like 3 seconds.
It definitely feels like a more modern computer than the VIC-20, doesn't it? The display, the resolution, the upper and lower case, mixed upper and lower case on the screen, which the VIC-20 is a bit fiddly to get that to happen. The smaller text, yeah, it's... Though SN error, I'm a bit disappointed in that, but it does feel like a better computer in some ways. And it works, and that's been stored, you know, badly for the last 15 years. So that's doing quite well. So though we don't really know what we're doing with this thing, and we don't, unfortunately, have any games to demonstrate on it.
I have a device with loads of retro games on it.
Ah, okay. Should we have a look at that then?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Scotty, tell me what you have here.
This.
Oh, it's called Street Fighter. And do we get any other clues as to what it is?
Well, it's a console.
It's a console.
I feel like that's...
So it seems to be quite a generic thing.
Yeah.
And I think it was called something like Pandora's Box 6 or some such thing.
Along those lines.
Yeah. Okay, well, power it up. Let's see what it does.
Now we need... is it? Okay.
Arcade Box Super, it says.
Okay.
Right. So this came with hundreds of games installed, didn't it?
Yeah.
And we've added a few on a USB stick.
It's actually more than hundreds. Wait.
That's a lot, isn't it? Oh, is it
Oh, wait,
this
it's on yours. So if...
It's over 1,000 games.
It's
but
1,100.
I think a lot of them are duplicates, aren't they?
And
And some don't play properly. Because what I always wanted to play
like
was Marble Madness, but the Marble Madness only half works, doesn't it, on this?
You've got like Cough, like
King of Fighters and all this sort of thing.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these are like very similar games, if not the same.
Well, earlier on we were playing something like Pac-Man. Is there a Pac-Man on here?
I feel like they like re-uploaded some of the games to make it look like there's more games than there are.
Did you see those crisscross squares? That's because they've actually downloaded the original ROMs on here. And those crisscross squares were used for setting up something called convergence on CRT tellies. To get all the colours to land in the same spot. Are you paying attention?
Yeah.
Right. Convergence.
I definitely don't just want to play Pac-Man.
This is actually better than the one we were playing on the VIC-20, isn't it?
It's faster, yeah.
But that wasn't the best version of the VIC-20 game.
But it is harder to go up on this because you're going faster.
Ah.
But that's not the game's fault, necessarily. Like, you know.
It's also a different map, isn't it, than the VIC-20 one?
It is a different map. They did make their own original map for the VIC-20 at least. But they literally copied everything else.
They copied the gameplay.
They literally... And, I mean, some of the music as well. Like,
oh, that's right. Yes, that sound.
Like, literally the eating sound and everything. They didn't... I don't think they copied the death sound, though. Oh, wait, we can do player 2. Okay, we're doing 2 players. So, first you can go.
Thank you. Where am I?
You're there.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong
okay.
3.
Well.
I think that's supposed to be like one of the actual Donkey Kong games, because Donkey Kong became like an actual franchise.
So see if it seems similar to the VIC-20.
So you want to do one player?
Yes, I'm not into this game. Oh, it's a very different map. Oh.
Oh no, they haven't.
It's got an intro.
It hasn't designed the map yet.
It's got an intro.
Yeah, this is. Oh no, they kept that bit.
We don't see that on the VIC-20.
No, we did. No, the bit where he jumps around, they do.
It's quite muffled, the sound on this.
No, it's the same map.
No, I'm saying the sound is quite...
Oh no, but the...
muted.
This is interesting.
Well, that's no better than the VIC-20, is it?
It's literally the same. Oh, it's easier controls. For me, at least. And now I can actually see those are fire. Oh no. Oh no! I could not have...
I don't think they could outrun you on the VIC-20, could they?
I don't know. I would have lost there anyway, because I couldn't have jumped over 2 barrels and it would have fell off and died. Why is the R backwards in all?
Because it's supposed to be Russian. We're going to play against each other, are we?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but we can play simultaneously, can't we?
Yeah.
What's the rotate?
A. Okay, I've got to do a pro gamer move right now to slip under. I failed. Oh no, that could have gone better.
I think we're playing like a couple of noobs here.
Oh yeah.
Because it's all about getting the Tetrises, the 4s, you know.
Yes, I know how to play. I know how to play Tetris. I'm just not good at it. Oh, okay.
Because the ROM
Yeah, okay.
is checking its
Is it
hardware.
one player? Oh no, we can play 2 players. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
simultaneous.
it'd be one control probably.
Well, you go. Actually, I'll be player 1.
Yes.
Oh, is this the one that's like?
You
What?
caught it.
I didn't. Fine. You know what? I don't care. Okay, fine. I'm dead.
Are there any buttons
A.
for you to press? Oh.
A launches it.
Ah.
I don't know why I got 1,510 points.
Player 1, that's you, isn't it?
Oh god.
Oops. So we're going to have a go, are we, at Marble Madness, but it doesn't work very well because we don't have a tracker.
It still works.
But let's go for it. Go on
It
then.
still works. I think.
It's my favourite arcade game of all time.
We've played Tron. I don't know about Tron 2, but Tron doesn't work
Yeah,
very
Tron
well.
doesn't work.
It's
And
kind
some
of
the
broken.
controls, yeah, it doesn't have the controls.
Okay.
Oh, we can play this 2-player.
Yes, that is
excellent.
the point. Yeah, go away. I don't care.
Need to load it up with credits.
Yeah. Come on, come on. I'm red, you're blue. Oh! Imagine. Ah, he's aiming for you. Oh, he's dead. Oh, oh no. What? Nope, leave me alone. Leave me alone. No, the bridge. Ow.
It's so much harder to control than if you have the real...
You can do it, you can do it. Oh, wait, wait, do it. Oh no, why are you stopping me? Okay, I got the blessing of angels. I don't know, I'm dead. This game is mostly luck-based. There's like a tiny bit of skill involved.
Would you, in the days of these arcade machines, would you have paid for this one?
Probably not.
No.
Like, I kind of... I enjoy it, but at the same time, I don't feel like it'll be worth
No.
paying
Whereas
for.
Marble Madness, I'm afraid I spent some money on that one.
I would do Pac-Man, definitely.
Yeah. Pac-Man you play, right?
I mean, we went to like a video gaming arcade thing.
We did,
And
and
then
yeah.
I played Pac-Man on that.
But Marble Madness I would pay for any day. So how would you feel about playing this, if you went to an arcade, playing this simulated pinball compared to a real one? Have you ever played a real one?
I don't think I have.
Right, that would be something you should try one day. They're very tall, rather than wide, okay? It's very tall, and you often get multiple flippers.
I unlocked a new map, somehow.
Well, I guess you can't do that on a real one. Well, I hope you've enjoyed us looking through some of the 8-bit machines and also this gaming console. Tell us which ones you prefer. I should say that very rare Colour Genie EG2000, I'm open to offers on that one. And probably what I'd do is throw in the TRS-80 since that's untested. So perhaps do those as a pair. The VIC-20, I hope to find some more hardware and perhaps play with that one again in the future. Let me know if you're interested in that. So in the meantime, I'll say goodbye and do lots more content on audio and video technology in the near future. Bye for now.